back to my channel. So a couple videos ago I said that if I could find a bath bomb recipe that worked well that I would share it with you, so I finally have found one. I've tried it twice and it's worked well both times, so I'm going to show you guys now. So in this recipe I'm just using baking soda, coconut oil, Epsom salts, and citric acid, and then I also have the dyes, but those aren't necessary if you don't want to have colored bath bombs. And then I have essential oils that I just got from like TJ Maxx or Ross or somewhere like that. For the dyes and the bath bomb molds, I got those all on Amazon and they were super reasonably priced. I will put the link in the description. So these are pretty easy. You don't have to have cornstarch or tapioca flour or anything like that, and they seem to work perfectly fine. So let's jump into it. Okay, so this next part is, I think, the key to this recipe working. So I bought a fine mister spray bottle on Amazon, and so it mists so fine that the little like water droplets don't all come together, because when you try and put like a tablespoon in, I've noticed that it activates the bath bomb mixture, and that's what causes them to expand inside their molds. So that, I think, is super important to the success of this recipe. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is mix the dry ingredients together, and then you want to mix the wet ingredients together, and then you want to mix both together. So now that they've been mixed, we want to test the consistency. So you want it to clump together like that. It holds its shape, but it's easy to spread apart again. So you want it just damp enough that it clumps together. So the other thing I'm going to say about this is be super careful that your hands aren't wet when you're testing it, because any kind of water will activate it and ruin your bath bombs. So as you can see, I split them up into 3 different bowls. That's just because I want to color them 3 different colors. Let's see if it focuses. I'll put the link in the description for the coloring stuff. You want to be careful with this again because it is liquidy, and I think it has some water in it, so you want to add it slowly and make sure it doesn't activate your mixture. Okay, here they all are with the colors, and now we will start putting them into the molds. Okay, so here I'm just packing them, and just pack it down nice and firm. So this next part is probably the most difficult part about making bath bombs. So you have both your halves packed in. This side needs a little bit more. You want them both to be at least flush, and then one of them you want to have a little over flush. So what I mean by that is you want to have a little bit more of the mixture in there than fits in the mold. So this is going to be my one that's a little bit over flush. So now you have to take them and you're gonna push them together like that, and right now there's a little bit of a gap, so I'm gonna squeeze them together as hard as I can, and I twist them just a little bit. You wanna make sure when you're twisting that you're only twisting and you're not rubbing them back and forth, if that makes sense, because you don't wanna break up your mixture. That's what it should look like when you're done. You leave them in the molds. Some people say overnight, some people say 12 hours. Wherever you do decide to put them, make sure it's in a really dry place, because I noticed that the ones that I was leaving just out on the counter, even just the steam from the kitchen when I was cooking or when I was doing dishes, that was activating them and making them expand. So that's how you make them. They're super easy for the most part. These are a cheaper version. I don't have a ton of ingredients in it, which is awesome. So hopefully you like it. Hopefully they work for you.